Hey Kel Kats, welcome back to another episode of Intoxicated. I'm your host, Kelsi Davies, and I am here with a very special guest.
Hey guys.
We got Mackenzie Marie in the house again, our reoccurring guest. I haven't really had a lot of guests lately. I've had like 2 episodes where I've been alone, so it's really nice to have someone here other than Lola, my haunted doll, who is behind me.
Hey Lola.
You can see Lola as well as Mackenzie and myself and Luna, my black cat, who is rubbing her leg. She's rubbing her head on my leg. If you guys want to see this live, if you want to see our faces, then you can go over to my YouTube channel, which is Kelsi Davies. You can also check out Mackenzie Marie on YouTube. She has some crime videos. Check it out. Mackenzie Marie.
Oh my god, you're a spelling champion.
I should win the spelling bee. Welcome. Wait, Intoxicated spelling bee?
Oh my, is that the game we're playing later?
We should.
Please don't do that to me.
We are going to do the very first Intoxicated spelling bee tonight.
Please tell me we're not.
We are.
We are.
We are. But I think last time on Intoxicated, no, I forgot. I'm so high, you guys. I'm sorry. What is your intoxicated choice of the night?
Tonight we got the strawberry lemonade truly.
I smoked some marijuana and it was very...
Did you?
I did.
Oh my god.
I smoked some marijuana and it was very nice. I don't know what it was called, but it was really yummy. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I'm really stoned from it though. On the last episode, I believe, I could be wrong about this. If I am, I'm sorry. But I think I ended talking about Elisa Lam, like in the Cecil Hotel. I was kind of going into the history of the Cecil Hotel, which we went into.
We did.
We did a whole investigation inside the Cecil Hotel in Los Angeles, Skid Row. We went there in the middle of the night and stayed there till morning.
Yeah. 4 a.m. to be exact.
Yeah. We stayed till like
6 a.m. It was insane. I really didn't think we were going to make it happen.
I know. We both wanted to go in for like years. Yeah. We were both invested in the Elisa Lam case. So Elisa Lam was a 21-year-old Canadian student from
Canon. She was a Canadian student from Canada.
Canada. What if I said she was from somewhere else? Like she's from Australia.
She's a Canadian student from Australia.
Wait, maybe that would make sense.
Yeah, you know what?
I guess she could live. No. I guess she could live in Australia, but be a Canadian student. But she's like living in Australia, so she's like from there.
Yeah. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Anyways, she came to America to, I think she was she studying? What was she doing? You know more about her.
She was on her break, so she wasn't really studying. She had dropped out of school because her mental health problems had gotten so bad.
Yeah, she had severe bipolar, I believe.
Yeah,
so
bipolar.
She would go, manic and have episodes and, I've had people bipolar in my life who they won't take their medication, as much as you tell them they need it, they don't think they need it, and it's hard. It's a really hard mental illness, so that's crazy that she came here by herself.
She did. She came here by herself because she really was like looking for herself. She wanted something new.
That makes sense.
She took the break from school. What better time to go on a little vacation?
Right, but she didn't know that that's another thing that doesn't make sense, because she was here for a fresh start. She was here, coming to California for new opportunities, to meet people. Like, she was here
for the experience.
And to live her best life. And that's why this whole case just doesn't make sense to me.
It's really sad.
So she was staying at the Cecil Hotel. She was staying in room like on the 5th floor, and then she was staying with 2 roommates.
So she was staying on the 4th floor with 2 roommates.
Okay.
And she was like leaving notes there, like, go away, like, I don't want you here, like, leave. And they finally switched her rooms because one day she locked one of the roommates out and wouldn't let them back inside unless they gave her a password.
So she was manic, you know, dealing with that. That's what it sounds like, you know.
Yeah.
I don't think she was just doing that because, like, that's, you know, she's 21 years old. So, I mean, overall, like, she seemed like a nice young girl just trying to figure shit out like any other 21-year-old.
Exactly.
And it's really, really awful. So she went there and they switched her room. So she was in a room by herself. And there was one night when she wandered into the elevator. No one really knows like what happened, where she was beforehand. No one, like, the only footage that they caught of her was in the elevator. And this is something you can see, you know, on our YouTube videos. You can also see on YouTube. It's a very public video. They have a whole documentary on this.
Yeah.
You see her in the elevator and it's
the
strange.
strangest video you've ever seen.
It made a lot of people think it was paranormal related. The way she was acting, it was so bizarre.
It was like she was possessed.
Yeah, it totally seemed like that. And you see this dark figure. Like, I remember I was just doing a whole video analyzing the elevator footage because it's just so interesting to me. Like, her last moments and how she was acting, it was so bizarre. So I was analyzing it and I noticed the elevator door, it closes slightly and then it opens again. And as it's opening again, you see this dark figure walk in with her. And
it's really weird.
It's weird. It like has legs and stuff. You see the legs walking like one after the other. And I slowed it down and I was like, what is that? You know, I had never seen anyone notice that before. Maybe, I'm sure people have. I think people have thought like someone was edited out or something, maybe.
When I first saw it, like, I realized it right away, but I just took it as like a weird shadow.
Yeah, right. Like, did you think like paranormal, or did you think that someone was cut out, like edited out in some way?
I was like, when I heard your video where you're like, oh, this could be paranormal, like, look at this deliberate like outline of whatever, and I was like, that could be.
Yeah. I mean, something could have been influencing her. Something could have been like, I don't know. It's just, or it could have just been a whole coincidence where there's maybe an entity in the elevator with her and they happen to catch it, and she's acting weird. So she like steps out of the elevator, she looks right, then she looks left, and then it's like she's looking for someone. Then she goes back into the elevator, goes against the wall, then slides into the corner and just stands there. And then she goes out and you see her doing weird movements with her hands. It almost looks like she's swimming. Like she's doing these weird...
It's like really like wide fingers.
Yeah, her wrists are bent in the weirdest way, and it's like her...
counting. She's like counting and like bending her fingers, like really weird.
How many times did she count?
I think it was like 4 times. I think it was like 1, 2, 3, 4. Like literally just like that.
I wonder why she was counting, and like some people believe she was playing the elevator game because she went in the elevator, pressed all these buttons just in the first line.
The middle column. Every button in the middle column.
And that didn't have the door open button when we went, right?
No.
Because I thought the door open button was on the side.
The door hold button was like at the very, very bottom of it. But everyone keeps saying like she's pressing the whole door button a bunch of times, but it's like no, she's pressing the basement button.
And we went into the elevator and saw it for ourselves.
Yeah.
Like we looked at it, and remember I closed the door and it was to the right.
Yeah.
I closed the door because the door wasn't closing. We were like, what the heck? So I closed it myself.
It closed immediately.
It closed immediately. That was something weird too. Like, I don't know why the door was being held open. So maybe there was some paranormal activity that night, but I don't think that that's what necessarily led to her death. Personally, a lot of people believe that that's something that influenced her death, like maybe caused her to, commit suicide. But so if you guys don't know, she was actually found floating in one of the water tanks after the guests of the hotel had weird smells with the water, weird taste. It was like a brownish color, and they were complaining about the water, so someone finally went up there and found Elisa's decaying body floating inside with her clothes removed from her, which is also strange.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of mystery around her death. They ruled it as an accidental drowning.
Yeah, which... like, come on.
I don't think it was, like, accidental. I don't know. It's just strange to me.
The coincidences and, like, all the things that have happened and being on top of the building, it's a roof, a water tank, it just doesn't really add up.
It's like, you know, if she was wanting to end her life, if she was at her end, you know, like she was wanting to go, you would think she would choose, you know, a different route.
Like, why would... that's
like,
just
why
weird.
a slow drowning death and not, you know, a quick from the building like a lot of other people are known to do at the Cecil Hotel, which I wish that there were no choices like that, you know, to be made. But it's just something that doesn't sit right with us. Like, I know a lot of people out there know, you know, like, people have been researching this case. People have been so invested in it like us.
It's the biggest mystery. Like, what happened?
Right. It's just, I don't know. People are like, leave it alone. Like, she, you know, died, whatever. But I'm like, well, what happened to her? She seemed angry.
Like, when people say things like that, like, oh, it was just an accidental drowning, like, just kind of let it go. It's like, it brings conspiracy in. It's like, it sounds like a cover-up.
It does. And it's weird because who found her? The maintenance man?
Yeah, the maintenance man found her.
So, okay, so the lid was closed, but some people said, like, I still think it's weird, the lid was closed, because why would he go up there, see that, and then just close the lid?
Yeah. They're saying, like, they said he found it with the lid open.
Right.
That's what they're saying. He found it.
Okay.
With the lid open.
Yeah.
But it's like, did the hotel
it?
tell him, oh, say you found it with the lid open? Because if you found it with the lid open, it was an accident. But if the lid was closed, do you know how many questions that brings into play?
Right.
So many questions.
Right.
It's like they're hiding the body. They closed the lid. How could she have closed the lid?
Exactly. If she's down there, even opening it could have been like a struggle, you know? Like, she could have done it, but still, that's a heavy lid to open.
Yeah.
And it's a small opening. It's not big. So
it's like 2 feet, 24 by 24.
Yeah. I don't think it's a huge opening, you know? Like, I think Elisa was smaller and stuff, but still, it's like, why would she just jump in? You know what I mean? Like, imagining that, like, her just jumping in instead of, like, if she wanted, like, I don't know. It just doesn't make sense.
Why would you even jump into a water tank?
Even if she did, okay, let's say that she did. She was manic. She was not in the right mind. She jumped into the water tank and was swimming, you know, or drowning. It's very difficult to drown, which is what I've heard, you know, like in movies, a lot of time you see the way people drown, they put, like, you know, there has to be some sort of thing to hold them down a lot of the time. Sorry to get, like, graphic into it, but it's just something that I guess if you said she was trapped in there for days and treading water.
She got exhausted. Then, like, maybe that's possible. She could have been inside there for days.
But wouldn't have maintenance maybe, like, went up there and, like, checked on the water? I don't know. Wouldn't they have gone up there and, like, heard her?
This is what I heard for the Netflix documentary. The Netflix documentary says, like, they were supposed to do regular checks where they went up there and checked the water tank. But if that was true, her body would have been found earlier because she was in there for at least a month.
Right, but they also found, like, cigarette butts by the water tank, right?
Yeah.
So someone, like, went out there for a smoke break, or someone was smoking up there.
They are really high. So if you were just, like, walking down, you probably couldn't see up on top of it with it open.
But if they had come in, like, I don't know, as she was treading, because I feel like you can survive.
They could have heard her.
Yeah, they could have heard her banging on it or anything.
But it's like, who knows how long she was alive. And a lot could happen in 30 days, 20 days.
Right,
you know?
Right. And this is hypothetically speaking. We're just digging into this.
Yeah.
Our minds are just wandering. Like, it just makes you wonder. Her clothes were removed, which I know that when you're, trying to survive the water, like the clothes are weighing you down, so you take them off. But they also found like rubble or
it was like
concrete.
Some gravel.
Yeah, gravel
stuff
in her clothing.
Yeah, but
like it was on the ground, and then someone picked it up, and the gravel got stuck in it, and they threw it in.
Well, because like it could have been like, from her shoes if she was walking.
Were her shoes in there with her?
Her shoes were in there.
Okay.
Or like was she sitting up there? Could it have been like on her butt and then she got up and then like decided to jump in there? Like how long was she on the roof?
Right.
There's a lot of ways that the gravel could have gone up there. The gravel was from the roof though.
But being there, like just walking in there and retracing her steps, it was very unnerving. And it was strange because I truly believe we were talking to her spirit that night. I saw, some people were like, maybe it was a demonic entity, like manifesting itself as her, but I felt so much emotion with her that it just didn't make sense to be something that was just trying to scare us, So, and I saw a woman, so if you guys don't know, I'm a psychic medium. I just said that as if I'm like, if you guys don't know, like you should know.
Me in every video explaining who you are. If you don't know.
I saw this woman walking and she had dark hair, and that's the first thing I noticed was her dark hair, and I was like, oh my God, could this be, like
Elisa Lam.
Elisa, like, because the hair was very distinct, and I described the height to Mackenzie, and Mackenzie was like, I believe that's how tall she was.
Yeah.
And I did not know how tall she was. So like me explaining that and her walking, she went towards the stairs. In my video, you hear a voice, Kelsi. And it sounded like it was down the stairs. And that was the floor that her first room, I believe, the 4th floor. Yeah. That was where one of her rooms were. Yeah. It was very interesting. It was like she was leading us back down there. You'll also hear a woman crying, sobbing in the background, like, like sobbing. And it was so crazy to catch that because we didn't hear that.
You never hear it when it's happening right then and there. Yeah. And then you watch the video back and you're like, I cannot believe that.
Yeah.
Like you're almost stunned. You have to watch it back 30 times. I was like, that really just happened.
I slowed it down. It was just like insane. I'm really high.
It was crazy. No, it was insane. How accurate it was, finding out about Allison.
That was insane.
It was like, if you were sitting there with us, Kelsi just zones out for a solid, 6 seconds. And 6 seconds in real time is a long time. So she's sitting there not saying anything, just kind of staring off. And she goes, is there someone named Allison here?
I was trying to tap into that,
Oh, you can see it.
Yeah,
you can tell.
I zone out. My mom used to yell at me. She used to be Kelsi, and snap her fingers because I would always zone out. But then I realized I was connecting with something or having weird visions. Yeah. I didn't understand it.
And in real life, that's so Raven moment.
Yeah.
That's really what it is.
And her name was kind of hard to find, too. When we were Googling it was kind of hidden, which was so strange to me because it said that she was an alias. That was her alias name.
Yeah.
And you know what's weird is during the spirit box, she said, she told me, she was like, Mother used to call me that. I was like, that's really strange. If it was an alias, why would her mother call her a different name? Then it said she beat me up. And I kept getting visions of this drunk woman, this drunk, mad, drunk woman. Maybe she kept calling her the wrong name when she was drunk, and she was maybe her mom was one of the reasons she ended her life.
Oh my God.
That's kind of what I was picking up on. I didn't really mention it in the video because I didn't put it together until after.
Right?
But I think her mom maybe called her the wrong name, Allison. Maybe that's why she put it in as that before she ended her life.
So her mom would know.
Maybe.
Damn.
Yeah, that's kind of what I felt.
I wish you would have talked on that in the video.
I know. I just I didn't piece it together until I was editing and I heard the spirit box and got, I didn't hear some of those things before. Then I was editing. I was like, oh my God.
You need to implement the confessional.
Yeah.
The confessional.
It kept saying, don't jump. That's right.
It also said, fell fall.
And I was like, I knew she died there, you know, and I couldn't figure it out. Like, she wasn't really sharing a lot with me about that, but I did feel depression. I felt sadness, you know, I saw that drunk behavior. I didn't piece it together, though. And then we found out there was a girl named Allison, and she had jumped from the Cecil Hotel. She was... Oh, I was like, she's around my age, like she's around our age. And I saw her hair, and her hair reminded me of, like, I couldn't figure out. I was like in the 60s or 70s because she had these like bangs drooping down. Mm-hmm. Like, I couldn't figure out if it was 60s or 70s. Then we found out she jumped in 1975,
something like that. Yeah.
And then we went up to near the water tanks, and that's when Elisa came through and really came through. What did you hear? Because Mackenzie was doing the Estes method, and that's when you put the spirit box, you put your headphones in, you can't hear anyone around you, you can't hear what someone's saying, you put your head down or you close your eyes, and so you can't lip read or anything, you know, and the person next to you asks questions, and you see what they get on the spirit box.
Yeah.
So Mackenzie was in the zone doing that. Like, what was, like, the shit you heard?
Some of the things I heard in the spirit box was like, I'm wet, and no one can hear me. Mm-hmm. In the lobby, there's a time, and then, you know, like, a lot of the equipment was, like, going off. We heard some really weird things.
Yeah, the banging. There was this constant banging noise. Like, we heard it, and it felt like it was shaking the stairs. And it was so strange because the water tank that she was found in was directly behind that wall in front of us.
Yeah.
And the banging almost sounded like it came from there at one point.
Oh, yeah. It was so loud. The spirit box had a moment where it went dead silent. And even with the headphones on, I heard it. And it, like, startled me. I, like, ripped them out of my ears. And then it's like, boom, again. It sounded like someone was in the water tower.
Yeah.
Banging to get out. That's the only way I could explain it.
And then she kept saying something about, like, a man. Like, I don't know. I felt like I always had the theory, you know, that there was a man or something that, like, took advantage of her being in that mental state, you know. There was someone... maybe someone that she hooked up with, or someone that was of interest, maybe, or someone who, like, liked her or something. I don't know.
It always kind of seemed like that, like, love interest.
Yeah.
Kind of like it wasn't just casual.
Right. Kind of like obsession in a way, maybe. Maybe she met someone.
It seemed like a weird relationship.
And she kept saying, like, you said 50s or
75 or older. I remember hearing that.
Or 65.
65 or older. It was something that was older. And then it also said 50.
Yeah, it said 50.
And then, like, it's just weird. Like, getting, like, weird numbers.
Yeah. 50. And I was thinking, I was like, what if the man was maybe in his 50, maybe his older man.
That took advantage of her.
Yeah, or that she liked, or he, I don't know, maybe they hooked up or met somewhere, or... I just have a hard time believing that she was there, like, and didn't make any friends and didn't meet anyone.
She was there for a while.
Right, and didn't, like, have any, you know, like, you go somewhere and you want to meet a man or go on a dating website or something, meet up with someone.
It could be the whole reason she came to California.
Right, because,
they could have met online. She loved using the internet. She was, like, an avid user on blog websites and stuff. So it's very much so. She could have met a man.
Like, she was on Tumblr, right?
Yeah, her Tumblr is still active. Not, like, active, but, like, you can, like, go on her Tumblr and look at her posts. It's very bizarre.
Really?
Very bizarre.
I have not looked at that.
You should look at them.
I need to look at them.
There's some posts I need to show you.
Really?
Yes.
Oh my god, we gotta dig into this. The REM pod was going off. It was pretty freaking insane. I knew it was her there. She sounded so angry, so frustrated, like she didn't want to go. It just, I don't know. It's like Allison was more like, I chose this. You know, this is what I wanted. I'm here. I'm sad, but I chose this. Elisa was mad, like angry, banging, stuck in this loop, reliving her last days over and over and over.
Yeah, that was another one of the words. My last days.
My last days. And then she started going into, like, different days and scenarios and like leading up to what happened. Like, and it felt like she was in this loop. And then I would try to get her out of it, to try to guide her towards the light or whatever, and she would just go back into it.
Yeah.
Like she's like stuck, frustrated in this loop of what happened, almost like resentful and like, freeloader. She said freeloader. Called the man a freeloader. Like she was insulting whoever she was talking about.
Insane.
I truly believe it was her. I think she was murdered. I don't know. I think it was maybe, she said covers. Like maybe you said in the video the shoes she was wearing and the shorts.
Sandals, and basically the sandals, like, it was January, so it's, cold outside. It would make no sense to be wearing sandals other than like to go to like a public shower and take a shower, because they didn't have showers in the room in Cecil. So I thought, maybe she went to take a shower, because it did say didn't shower, couldn't shower, didn't shower, something like that.
Oh yeah, it did.
And so it made me think, well, the last time she was seen alive with the flip-flops on, maybe someone had drowned her in one of the public bathrooms. That's why she didn't shower. And then it said there were covers. Maybe they covered her up. And then it said your closet. Maybe they put her in a closet and then took her to the water tower.
That's a good theory. That's crazy.
It would make sense. Those are the words that we got out of the spirit box.
Right. Maybe they put sheets over her head or something so she couldn't see, and like guided her up to the tanks, did something. I don't know. I think she was thrown in there. I just feel like I have this feeling her body was just thrown in the tanks, or maybe
just to hide her.
Yeah. Like maybe she was deceased before she went in, and then he threw the clothes in after, and like, I don't know.
Yeah, that would make so much sense. That would make so much sense.
It's so strange to me. Also, her cell phone was missing. She was also wearing like men's basketball shorts.
Yeah, she was wearing men's basketball shorts.
And if you look at like pictures of her, she doesn't dress like that.
She was wearing men's medium basketball shorts, but she's a size small, extra small. So it made me believe that like those couldn't have been her basketball shorts. But I did look up the brand, and the brand is a Canadian brand. So I don't know.
Interesting.
It's very interesting.
Huh. That's weird too to think about, if those weren't her shorts.
Yeah. The lover, there could have been someone else involved.
Yeah. And then there was also, I'm trying to think of the phone. So her phone was never ever found, right?
Mm-hmm. Never found.
Like someone took her phone.
Yeah.
Or they think someone took her phone. She was on Skid Row. Cecil Hotel is located. If you look on the maps, it literally says Skid Row. It's located there. So, there's a lot of theft there. There's a lot of crime there. Yeah. It's not a safe place, especially for a 21-year-old to be. Someone could have followed her in. He followed me in.
Yeah.
That's another thing we got, is he followed me in. And I remember her saying I was not alone. Like, she was very adamant about it, too. So that's what led me to believe that someone followed her into the hotel. Well, I don't know. Maybe someone from the street. Like, there's weird people there. Yeah. There's a lot of strange people on drugs. There's people, that murder others there. There was Richard Ramirez stayed at that freaking hotel.
It's a dangerous area. It's the highest crime rate in all of Los Angeles.
Right. Super dangerous area. So literally anything could have happened. I want you guys to comment what you think happened. Be honest. Don't be like, I get comments. They're like, you're dumb. Like, blah, blah, blah. This happened. Like, don't be all aggressive about it. Just, this is for open-minded people. Keep every scenario in mind. Like, we're going off, just telling it how we think. So comment below what you genuinely think happened to her. And I would love to see, what your guys' theories are, what you guys have heard, or if you've done research. Like, let us know. We'll be reading them. And maybe we'll feature one of the theories here on Intoxicated on the next episode. So much happened that night.
There's so many things.
Like, we had to go because we had a time limit in there, so we needed to leave.
I wish we could have got more time. I feel like there's so much that went unsaid.
We were just so close, like, to something. A name, even. Like,
if we could have gotten a name or, like, a piece of evidence that could have,
right,
you know.
Well, we're going to do a spelling bee.
Oh, I'm not going to do the spelling bee.
I didn't forget. Fine, I'm going to do it then.
Yes, I'll tell you words to spell.
Mackenzie looks so upset.
You know what? I'm sorry. I'm like, I can't even fucking
I thought it would be fun.
Welcome to the first episode of Kelsi Davies' Intoxicated podcast, Spelling Bee.
That is a long title, but I'm here for it.
All right. How do you spell scandalized?
Scandil. Wait. I really
Are there rules?
Hold on. Wait. You're the buzzer. Wait. Scandil. Or is it AL?
It's AL.
I lost that. Okay. I get 3 tries.
Okay, yes.
Not at the same word.
Oh, okay. Next word. How do you spell extraordinary?
Oh, this is a word I use often. Wait. EXTRAD. Wait. That's extra. Wait. Okay, hold on. EXRA. Wait, no, EXTRA. ORDINARY.
Yes, you
got it! Oh shit! I hit the microphone.
Extraordinary.
I'm fucking smart.
Can you use it in a sentence?
I am extraordinary.
At spelling.
At everything.
You really are. I couldn't have spelt that. I'm telling you, I couldn't have.
Okay, one more. All right, I got this. Make it spicy.
Oh my god. Wouldn't I ever? How do you spell characteristics?
CHARACTERISTICS.
Just TIC.
Characteristics.
You spelled it wrong. No, you spelled it right.
I was so sad.
I can't even say if you spelled it wrong or right, bitch.
You spelled it wrong.
You spelled it right. Correct.
Yay! All right, you ready?
I can't even read words, but Kelsi can spell them. Let's go.
All right, do one.
Kelsi,
you don't have.
You're really putting me on the spot
do
like this.
one. You can do it. Okay,
look.
Just one. Okay.
Look, I'm too smart for this.
Okay. Schedule.
Dude, you know I can't spell this.
Crypt.
CRYPT.
Yeah!
I can fucking spell
Mackenzie's
things.
A professional.
I can spell things.
I'm so proud of myself. We're gonna do some moral dilemma. We're doing a couple games here on Intoxicated. Let me know if you guys like the games, because I'm kind of digging it. It's like a new drug comes onto the market that eliminates angry feelings forever.
Oh shit.
Okay, so you'll never have an angry feeling ever again.
Yeah.
Do you take it or do you not take it?
You don't take it.
Why?
Because you need everything needs to be balanced.
I agree.
Yeah.
I feel like if you don't feel angry, then unless the whole world took it, then no one would be angry. But I feel like that's a valid emotion that you need. Like if a bear is attacking you and you don't feel angry, you're just like, this bear's attacking me. This sucks. you know?
And then you just, like, get mauled by a bear.
Yeah, you're not angry enough. You're not like, fuck you, bear. Like, fucking get off me, you know? You're just...
Do that!
Don't do that, you bear. I don't
Naughty bear!
You naughty little bear.
I mean, I want to be angry sometimes.
Right? I mean, you might be a little scared. You might be like, oh my God, but...
Don't we like to get a little scared, though?
Yeah, we do. We do. That's why we do a lot of the things we do. Spooky shit.
Spooky shit.
Okay, it's 3 a.m. Spooky shit. And the traffic light is red. There's no traffic for miles in any direction. Do you A, go, or B, wait for the green light?
Just fucking run the light. Just fucking run it.
I feel like I would want to, but with my anxiety, I'd be like, are there cameras?
Have you ever ran a red light before?
I have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, like, purposely, you're like, fuck this light,
Yeah.
I'm going. You have? Okay.
I was late for an appointment. I was like, fuck. I just went. But it, like, had just turned red. Like, it was like...
Oh.
It wasn't just, like, red for a long time.
Yeah. You didn't just roll up and it was red.
No. It was like, it was yellow, then red, and I was like, fuck it. And
I'm
went.
going.
Yeah.
No, I've, like, straight up been like, it's red, I'm going.
That's scary. I get scared.
It was late at night and no one was coming.
Okay.
So it's the same, same
right.
thing. Yeah.
Yeah. It depends on the situation for me.
Yeah, I was going to a boy's house.
Oh, that's important.
I mean, I was like, I need to run this red light. Clearly, it was important.
Fuck this light. The anger kicks in there. You need anger to run that light.
Fuck you, light. Boom! I got something to do.
All right, you work in a grocery store as a bag person. You are assisting a very cranky and rude little old lady. In the end, however, she tips you an $100 bill. Do you A, accept the tip, or B, double check that she hasn't made a mistake? I fucking take it. If she's being a bitch, like, fuck, give me that $100.
Why wouldn't you take it?
Yeah.
I don't get it. What's the dilemma?
I guess because she's an old lady. But she's a rude little old lady that's very cranky.
It's like, did she mean to leave it on purpose?
Right.
So it's like, wait, but are you stealing your money or are you not? Because, like, that's kind of dumb. They're, like, not really, like...
Well, if she, like, sat there and was just like, here you go, and, like, gave me $100, I'd be like, fuck
okay.
yeah, I'll take that.
I'm like, okay. Yeah. Why not?
Does that make... Yeah.
So, like, what's the dilemma?
If it was a nice little old lady, I would be like, I think you have the wrong amount, you know, like...
Yeah.
But a rude fucking bitch... I don't care how old you are. If you're a fucking bitch, don't care how old you are. Quit being a bitch.
There you go.
Like, that's just that simple.
Like, put it on a piece of merch. Like, just
stop being a bitch.
Just don't do it.
Like, why are people so bitchy sometimes? Like, let's just all love each other.
Little
Can't
old ladies.
this world just be love? Like, that's all I want.
Relatable.
I wanted to tell you guys something. I posted about this a little bit, but I haven't talked about it on Intoxicated. Mm-hmm. So, my apartment, as you guys know, is pretty freaking haunted. There's a lot of shit that comes in here. Yep. And I always thought it was because my town was, like, super old. It's a really historic old town. Like, I don't know. There's all these old buildings, and this building's pretty old, and it's just very, very historic. So I thought, I would get spirit visitors because it was just historic and old. But I come to find out there are catacombs underneath where I live. And they have found at least 36 human remains scattered throughout these catacombs.
What?
And yeah. And I think some of the spirits have come from those catacombs.
That would make a lot of sense.
Yeah. So I've been digging into it. Actually went down into part of the catacombs. I almost burped. It felt really good. There was the ghost of this little girl named Sarah who came to me, and I figured out that she had died in a vault down in, like, below this bank and stuff. And I guess this bank has access points to the catacombs. So emailed the owner. We went there, and I will get into it in the next episode of Intoxicated. Thank you guys so much for watching and or listening. Make sure to give Intoxicated 5 stars because you're awesome and you're cool. Make sure to check out Mackenzie Marie on YouTube. Check it out. I don't think I can spell it out right now, but we did it earlier.
Yeah.
Mackenzie Marie.
Check it out.
You'll find her. She's got blue hair right now.
Oh, yes.
It looks so freaking good.
Thank you.
I love the blue. It matches her shirt.
Thank you.
And I will catch you guys in the next episode. Stay woke, everyone.
Bye.